Feminism. Depending on who you ask, people either respect it or despise it. The mere mention of the topic will earn you anything from an eye roll to an unnecessary lecture on the issue. Why is that? People either think feminism is a necessary part of basic human rights or the exact thing that's ruining it. Which of these is true, and is feminism really as bad as people often make it out to be? This is the first episode of a steady series I plan to do for the channel where I discuss extremists in all groups, movements, religions, and fandoms, explain why they're awful, and clear the name of the source material if it actually deserves it. Please let me know if you want to see more of these either by posting a comment down below or by joining the channel's Discord, which is also linked down below. And now, here's today's video. Feminism, by definition, is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. What does this mean? It means that followers of this movement believe in the principle that women are equal to men in every way. A century ago, as of this video's release, women were not allowed to vote, among other things they were frowned upon or even straight up forbidden from doing, and the feminist movement helped change that and more. Feminism is, in the minds of those who are an advocate, supposed to empower women to combat oppression and misogyny through resilient protest. They refuse to conform to sexist concepts willingly, and do not support anyone who is willing to oppress women in any shape or form. Sounds nice and well-meaning enough, right? It should, because it is. However, just like any movement, it has its own brand of frothing extremists who aren't interested in equality, but rather strict obedience and control of the masses. These people blow the concept of the movement so out of proportion that not only does it lose its meaning, but gains a hideous new one as a result. The following examples are just two of many types. These people infest Tumblr like rats in a New York sewer. Social justice warriors are the butthurt keyboard mashers who chimp out the second people they don't agree with say anything. It doesn't have to be significant or even at all directed at them. They take offense to literally everything within a 3-mile radius of them. They then lose their freaking minds, screeching big and sophisticated words like offensive, misogynistic, racist, etc., and try to take things out of context to get it to suit their arguments. They try to make the opposing side look bad by falsely accusing them of being or doing things that simply aren't kosher, despite having little evidence they actually said or did the aforementioned things. Not only that, they don't want to acknowledge the validity of anyone who disagrees with them, and even goes so far as to flat out deny that their opinions are a thing that exists and matters. There is a thing to this if the opinions you are flat out ignoring are the ones that condone hurting yourself and others, or in any shape or form oppressing a group of people. But to these guys, everything around them is somehow oppressive. It can be anything from concepts like gender roles to even objects people use for a reason, such as menstrual products. This is not a joke. Go on Tumblr right now and look up posts with the tag free bleeding and prepare yourselves for the nightmare you are about to be seeing. I myself, after looking at some of these, came unbelievably close to losing my lunch. Yes, they are insane, and unfortunately, yes, they do exist. I wish I was kidding! I wish this were a joke, I honestly do. But this is an example as to why feminism is losing the respect it rightfully deserves, and goes to show how far these people are willing to take this insanity. And to make matters even worse, they aren't the only contributors. For everyone who doesn't know what this term means, TERF is an acronym for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. This means that they claim whatever they think they can to say that trans women aren't actually women, especially when they have already completed their transition. TERFs preach this baloney because of how oppressive they think men are, coupled with the idea that women deserve special treatment just because they have vaginas. They think they're something special just because they're possessors of a magical bleeding hatchet wound. What you are about to see on screen is what actually makes these people special. If you want to be something special in the world, work for it. It's not owed to you because of your genitalia. Hating on the opposite sex is not going to do you any favors. Some TERFs come to their senses, while the worst of the worst become feminazis. Feminazis are feminism's worst nightmare, as they are the ones who wish death on all men and ironically preach the same oppressive garbage that they accuse their sworn enemies, misogynists, of doing just by existing. They say the exact same things under different labels. For example, where misogynists tell a lesbian she's wrong for her preference, a feminazi or TERF will tell a bisexual or straight woman the same thing. Where misogynists tell women that they're not allowed to do away with their periods because having children is their job, TERFs and feminazis tell women the same thing because periods are what makes you a woman. I could go over more, but this video is already obscenely lengthy as it is. They're hypocritical woman children who are no better than their man-child counterparts. This is not feminism, but rather misandry. Misandry, by definition, is the hatred of men and is the counterpart to misogyny. I will go so far as to say that this kind of behavior is exactly why feminism has lost respect in recent years. Misandry is not feminism and should be in no way, shape, or form associated with it or even considered feminism at all. If you want to be recognized as a true feminist, here's what to do. If you know a TERF's contact information or even her blog page, don't shoot her a message calling her names or telling her that she looks like a gelatinous mass of hairless cats. Instead, call her out on her nonsense, but only if you see it directed at you personally. These guys revel in the drama that they cause by saying the mean and nasty things that they do. Starve them of that satisfaction. If they accuse you of saying misogynistic or otherwise unpleasant things, ask them to prove it, screenshots or didn't happen. If they do provide screenies, 9 times out of 10, it's usually a post that they're obviously taking out of context. People with an actual brain in their heads will not fall for this crap and will likely back you up. Stick to your story at all costs. Actual feminism is a movement we all owe tons of credit. Without it, who knows where we'd be today? There's a lot of freedoms in this world, and it's feminism we have to thank for them. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you saw and wish to see more like it. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads, and I'll see you guys in the next installment. Take care! P.S. To the people spamming their love for sands and papyrus in everybody's Discord wormholes, calm your tits.